Do you know any musicians that can talk the talk but can't walk the walk? How about musicians that can talk the talk and walk the walk? So which one would you rather listen to? That's what this video is all about as I wrap up my series on Victor Wooten's The Music Lesson. So stick around. It's a beautiful evening out. Maybe you can hear the birds and the cicadas in the background. And tonight I want to finish this series on Victor Wooten's book. Now, a few weeks back, in my first video of the series, I simply provided an introduction to the book, and I'll place the link of that video here if you want to take a look. In the second video, I shared some things that I liked about the book, as well as some things that I didn't like so much about the book. I'll place the link of that video here as well. In the third video, I provided a brief summary of Victor Wooten's approach to the elements of music. Now, traditionally, musicians and music educators would say that music is made of 6 or 7 elements, and they call them the elements of music. And Victor actually came up with 10, and you can watch that video if you want. I'll place the link here. In the fourth video, the last one that I did, I simply read some of my favorite paragraphs and quotations from the book. I think I read 5 or 6, I don't remember, but you can watch that video here. So that's what I did so far. So today I'd like to wrap up this series simply by talking a little bit more about the author of the book, Victor Wooten, and this is how you spell his name, just in case you want to look him up. Now, the thing that I said at the beginning of today's video, about a person who can talk the talk but can't walk the walk versus a person who can talk the talk and walk the walk. If you translate that into music, into the life of a musician or the authority of a musician, that would mean a person who can talk about music, a person who can write about music but can't actually play music, versus a person who can talk or write about music and they can actually play an instrument or improvise or compose on an instrument. So which one would you rather listen to? I think that any intelligent person would listen to the latter, to the second person, somebody who can not only talk and write about music, but somebody who can actually play and compose and improvise, somebody who's well accomplished in the field that they're talking about. So Victor Wooten is just that. Victor Wooten not only talks really well and writes really well and explains really well about music, but he is actually an amazing musician. He's an amazing bass player. He's an amazing composer. He's an amazing improviser. I'm just gonna take a minute or so to read a little bit from the book itself. At the end of the book, in the About the Author section, and you could read this yourself if you have the book, but if you don't, here are some of the words, some of the paragraphs at the end of the book. This is on page 275, section titled About the Author. Victor Lamonti Wooten is a 4-time Grammy Award-winning musician and a 3-time winner of Bass Player Magazine's Player of the Year award, the only bass player to win this award more than once. Now, that alone right there would cause me to really listen to anything that this person would have to say or write or comment on any music topic, not just bass related topics, but any music topic. It goes on with a lot more information. I'll just flip the page a little bit and I'll read the main paragraph on the back cover where they show his picture, and I guess the closing paragraph of the entire book, which says this. It's kind of a repetition of what I just read, but it's a little bit longer paragraph. Here it goes. Victor Lamonti Wooten has won 4 Grammy Awards and 2 Nashville Music Awards for Bassist of the Year, and is the only 3-time winner of Bass Player Magazine's Bass Player of the Year. He continues to record and tour with his own band, as well as being an original member of the Grammy Award-winning ensemble Bella Fleck and the Flecktones. He lives with his wife and 4 children in a log cabin near Nashville, Tennessee. So as I close this series, I would encourage you to look up Victor Wooten. For example, one of his most famous music videos, it's one of the first videos that I saw of him playing, is one of his renditions of Amazing Grace. Now I'm going to look for a link, and I'm going to place that link here. Now it's possible that the link that I find, and as I'm speaking right now, I don't remember where I saw it, but I know it's on YouTube, and I remember that the quality wasn't that good, and I don't think it was posted by himself on his channel, but I did find a link, a video at some point of him playing an improvised version of Amazing Grace. So I'll place the link of that. Also, I encourage you to look up anything by Bela Fleck. He's an amazing banjo player. Now, when you say banjo, we automatically think bluegrass or country, right? That's what people think. Well, Bela Fleck is a banjo player who really stepped out of the box, just like Victor Wooten did. And actually, Bela Fleck plays multiple styles of music on banjo, including classical music. That's right. You will hear Bela Fleck play Bach on the banjo. You'll hear him play, Mozart arrangements and lots of music from the Baroque and the classical period, as well as some modern music. While there's not much more to say right here, I would like to close this series by simply saying that there's a lot of value in reading works written by accomplished musicians, written by somebody, like I said before, who can walk the walk, not only talk the talk. And I'm going to continue to share other videos on books like this, but I'm really enjoying this book. I think this is my 3rd reading of it, and there's a whole lot of information in here. So I encourage you to take a look at it if you get a chance. If you have any questions or comments, if you have any books that you have read before by famous accomplished musicians that you'd like me to take a look at, feel free to share them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching this entire series. And before I close it, I think it was in my 2nd video that I had Charlie help me present that video, and I think you saw him walking around. He's in here. I'm gonna go grab him and I'll show him to you. There he goes. And then I'll have him say bye with me, and I will go from there. Hold on. So here's Charlie. He's a little bit nervous. He really doesn't like the camera very much. His heart is pounding really hard right now, but I just wanted him to say hi and bye one more time before I close this series. I think he helped me in the 2nd video when I was talking about this thing in Victor's book about this supposed ability of animals to communicate through music. So you can watch that if you want. But anyways, this is Charlie saying goodbye, and this is me saying goodbye for now. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.